Antarctica's surprising role in global climate change. Welcome to this insightful journey into one of the most extraordinary and crucial places on Earth, Antarctica. Often seen as a vast, frozen wilderness at the bottom of the globe, Antarctica is full of incredible surprises, particularly when it comes to its influence on global climate. In this video, we'll uncover just how interconnected this icy continent is with the climate systems that govern our planet. Educators, you'll find this content a valuable tool to engage and enlighten your students about the fascinating and urgent role Antarctica plays in shaping our shared future. Antarctica is more than just an isolated stretch of ice-covered land, it's a colossal environmental powerhouse. Covering nearly 14 million square kilometers, it is home to the world's largest ice sheets, holding nearly 60% of all freshwater on Earth. This immense frozen reservoir has a profound impact on global weather, sea levels, and ecosystems. But its significance doesn't stop there. Antarctica helps regulate many of Earth's essential systems. Being so isolated and cold, it acts as a critical laboratory enabling scientists to study changes in the Earth's climate over thousands of years. However, its vulnerability to human-induced climate change has now made it a centerpiece in understanding our planet's shifting climate balance. Climate change refers to the long-term alteration of temperature and weather patterns, much of which is now being driven by human activities such as burning fossil fuels. Antarctica's climate is directly tied to these changes. While it's one of the coldest places on Earth, even minor increases in temperature are having dramatic and alarming effects. The melting of Antarctic glaciers is accelerating due to rising global temperatures. These glaciers, which have remained stable for millennia, are now shrinking at an unprecedented rate. When these massive stores of freshwater flow into the ocean, they trigger significant sea level rise, underscoring why Antarctica's fate is tied so closely to our own. One of the starkest impacts of climate change in Antarctica is the melting of its glaciers. Scientists call parts of the continent's ice sheets tipping points, areas so sensitive that even slight warming can cause irreversible changes. When these tipping points are crossed, large sections of Antarctic ice could collapse into the ocean, raising sea levels drastically. Why is this important? A significant amount of the world's population lives in coastal areas, which could experience severe flooding as sea levels rise. Cities like New York, Tokyo, and Jakarta face potentially catastrophic consequences if major Antarctic ice shelves destabilize. The threat to coastal communities, infrastructure, and local ecosystems underscores how a distant melting glacier can have very local impacts. It's not just the ice, we also need to talk about the water surrounding Antarctica. The Southern Ocean encircling the continent is home to the Antarctic Circumpolar Current (ACC), the strongest and most important ocean current in the world. This current plays a vital role in regulating Earth's temperatures by redistributing heat between ocean basins. The ACC also sustains marine ecosystems, supporting food chains that are vital to ocean life globally. However, as the Earth warms, changes in ocean temperatures around Antarctica are already impacting this current. Such disruptions could send shockwaves through the climate system, altering weather patterns, intensifying storms, and destabilizing ecosystems far from the southern hemisphere. One of Antarctica's most fascinating roles in climate science is the ability to look back into Earth's climate history. Beneath its thick sheets of ice lie records of Earth's atmosphere preserved through the ages. Scientists drill into the ice to extract cores that are essentially time capsules, containing tiny bubbles of air trapped thousands or even hundreds of thousands of years ago. These ice core records reveal past patterns of warming and cooling, helping scientists predict future climate changes. For instance, they show how greenhouse gas concentrations have increased alongside temperature rises, underscoring the urgent need to reduce carbon emissions. The insights gained from Antarctica's ice tell a compelling story. Our current trajectory is unsustainable. Antarctica isn't just a barren ice desert, it's home to vibrant ecosystems that depend on the region's cold, stable environment. Unique species like penguins, seals, and krill form the backbone of the Antarctic food chain. However, as ice melts and waters warm, these species face enormous challenges adapting to rapid changes. Krill, a tiny crustacean critical to the diet of whales, seals, and penguins, is particularly vulnerable. Reductions in their population could ripple across the entire marine food web. Protecting Antarctic ecosystems is not just about saving individual species, it's about safeguarding the stability of global marine life. Did you know that the ocean around Antarctica absorbs vast amounts of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere? The Southern Ocean acts as one of the planet's largest carbon sinks, helping to mitigate climate change. However, as ocean waters warm, their ability to absorb carbon decreases. This creates a dangerous feedback loop. Warming oceans absorb less carbon, leading to more greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, which in turn accelerates climate change. Antarctica's role in regulating this delicate feedback loop is immense. The ice and waters surrounding the continent act as critical buffers against runaway climate change, but their capacity to do so is being increasingly compromised. The challenges facing Antarctica are not just a local issue, they are a global crisis. Through international cooperation, some protections are already in place. The Antarctic Treaty System, signed by multiple nations, prohibits activities like mining, ensuring that Antarctica remains a place for peaceful research. However, gaps in climate policy still leave much to be desired when it comes to protecting Antarctic ecosystems. The broader fight against climate change requires immediate, decisive action. Reducing emissions, adopting sustainable practices, and transitioning to clean energy sources are all steps we must take to slow the changes happening in the fragile Antarctic environment. So, how can we connect this knowledge to meaningful actions? As educators, you have the unique ability to inspire young minds to consider both the science and solutions related to global climate change. Here are a few ways you can take this knowledge into your classrooms. Engage students in discussions about Antarctica's role in global systems and its vulnerability to climate change. Encourage hands-on learning through activities like creating sea level models or exploring climate data. Empower students to think about their carbon footprint and ways they can advocate for greener solutions in their communities. By drawing this connection between a distant continent and local action, you can foster awareness and responsibility in the next generation. Antarctica may be thousands of kilometers away, but its links to our global climate system make it essential to every part of life on Earth. By understanding its glaciers, currents, ecosystems, and history, we see the urgency in protecting one of the planet's most vulnerable regions. Damage to Antarctica is damage to us all, but there is still time to act. Together, by sharing knowledge, supporting sustainable policies, and committing ourselves to environmental stewardship, we can ensure that Antarctica continues to play its critical role in stabilizing the Earth's climate. Let's take this story back to our communities and inspire change. Thank you for joining us on this journey to the icy depths of Antarctica. With your support and engagement, education can be the turning point in addressing climate change.